I'm not too sure if this is going to be the opportunity for you or the opportunity of a lifetime, but if you are somebody who has the flexibility or the resources to pack your stuff up and move to Texas, El Paso, Texas to be specific, if you have the resources to do that, I think this is something, a position that you should definitely consider. So recently I had talked about on shorts, on YouTube, on TikTok, a position here in Texas where the salary pays, or um, if you do the math, it's around $90,000, where a mental health professional, fully licensed, unrestricted mental health professional, can go down to the state of Texas and gain employment in El Paso, Texas, earning $90,000. But here's the caveat: like, there's so many benefits to this opportunity, but it definitely speaks to a specific person, the ideal candidate. And I said that this was best for people who were single. I'm sorry, I've got bad allergies. That's one of the reasons why I postponed posting this video, is because I didn't want to be all in my nose. But I am here, and nevertheless, I've got bad allergies. So let's get into it. So the as I had stated, this position pays $90,000 a year. There's so many benefits. I need you to stick to the end. I need you to stick to the end of this video, and it's not going to be long. And the reason why I wanted to post and share this opportunity is because I've talked about in the past making sacrifices to get where you want to be, and to get what you want. What is your end result? And a lot of times what we want requires sacrifice. And this is the sacrifice that I think that a lot of people should consider if they don't have like a family, children, or they have resources to where their children can go and live with grandma for a year, something of that nature. But this is an opportunity that I didn't want a specific candidate to pass up on. So let's go through the perks real quick. And I have some notes, so you'll see me looking down. I'm in a hotel on the East Coast. So you see this background. I'm not in my studio in San Antonio, Texas. So it pays $90,000, but it also has a $68 stipend. But it also pays for your housing. So yes, the salary is $90,000, and then you've got insurance benefits, and insurance comes out of your check. So you've got a $90,000, around $90,000. If you're a workaholic, you want to work 5 to 6 days, 10 hours a day, the opportunity is endless. So at the bottom end, it's $90,000. At the top end, your income could be $110,000, $100,000 more, depending on how much you want to sacrifice your time, and energy. So it's $90,000, $68 every single day, 7 days a week that you are there, non-taxed in your paycheck. So every 2 weeks or twice a month, you're going to get paid, and that $68 is going to be a day. I think it's like $400 and something dollars, $470 or something like that every 2 weeks. So you're going to get that 470 2 weeks. So 470 times 2. I'm not good at math, you guys. So anyways, so you're going to get that added to your paycheck, okay? Because they want to pay for your food, things of that nature. Then your hotel lodging is also paid for. So right now, I believe they're putting you in hotels. I'm not too sure if you get an apartment. If you are an apartment, it might be shared. But that goes to the sacrifice. You're in a hotel room. Okay? That's the sacrifice. So those are basically the main perks, because a lot of people want to go straight to the money. How much is it paying? So that's why I wanted to lead off with that. Some other things is you're working 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. If you want to work 5 days, if you want to work 6 days, pick up additional shifts or pick up additional hours, you can do that from what I understand. but it's 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. That is what is required, and then that adds up to that $90,000. Now, this is what I wanted you to consider. Listen, this is the end of the video. This is what I wanted you to consider. I wanted you to think about the ideal candidate is a single person who isn't bound to their relationship, because that is a huge deal. That is a huge commitment. Being there, emotional support, being there is very huge. Being present in your relationship. So distance can cause lots of issues. So that's why I say the ideal candidate would be single, not married. You may have a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Okay, that's cute and everything, but you're not married. You don't cohabitate. You're not living together. So you're willing to make the sacrifice to pack up your belongings and drive to El Paso, Texas, where you start this job, okay? Because this job is full-time, you're there every single day, 4 days a week. It's not like, I just go home on the weekends, right? It's just probably not that feasible for a lot of people. So you go down there, you're working, you make the sacrifice. Let's say that you commit to a year, okay? Let's say that, I'm just going to do this for 2 years. But this is what I wanted you to think about. Wherever you're renting right now, you're leasing. Wherever you're renting right now, you end that lease, whatever it is, you end the lease or it's up. You move out of that apartment, or you pay for that apartment until it's up. So you move out of that apartment and you go to El Paso, Texas. Maybe you put things in storage, or you put them with your family. Resourceful, right? So, put them in the garage of your family and say, hey, listen, I'm going to come back in about a year. This is the sacrifice that we have to make. So they're willing to throw some of your stuff or all of your stuff in their garage in a storage somewhere, okay? You move to El Paso, Texas. You're not paying rent at your apartment anymore. So you're living rent-free because this contract is paying for the hotel. This is the sacrifice. You're in a hotel or you're in an apartment, but you're not paying for it. You're stacking bread. So that $90,000 and that per diem, let's say that you choose to spend $40 a day on food. I don't know, $50 a day on food, right? You're saving your pension pennies, you're getting your money. So someone who is not paying a rent, I don't know what your car payment looks like, insurance bills, I'm not too sure. But think about the sacrifice of not paying rent, living in a hotel for a year, living in a small apartment for a year, rent-free, saving your money. Think how much money, $20,000. Think about $15,000, $20,000 you could save, get caught up on your bills, get your credit right. Think about what you can do with this type of income. Now, listen, by no means, I don't get anything for sharing this opportunity. I'm gonna actually screen share. I'm gonna screen share where you can find this opportunity, but I get nothing from this. I don't get any type of benefit from this. I just saw a great opportunity on Indeed. I saw a great opportunity, and I thought to myself, this would be perfect for this type of person. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be different types of clinicians who say, hey, you know what? I think I want to try out for that, and I want to call and I want to inquire. I'm just going to put in my application and see what happens. And you're going to waste people's time. You're going to waste this woman's time who is recruiting for therapists for this opportunity. I'm going to get into the details about the contract and things of that nature from what I know. But it's going to be a married person that says, well, maybe it could work, and you're going to call and you're going to inquire and you're going to see how true this opportunity is. You're just going to be wasting people's time. So that's why the way I trickled out this content was very strategic, because I didn't want people wasting other people's time. Because I know how we are. Chasing the money, seeing if this is right for us, even though we know it's not, and you're going to waste people's time. If you're not in the position to pack your things up and move, this is not a remote position. You've got to live in El Paso, Texas. There's no other way around it, folks. Unless you live a couple hours, or in West Texas, a couple hours from El Paso, like, you can't make that work. You've got to pack your clothes up. You've got to throw things in the trunk of your car or whatever SUV you got, and you've got to move to El Paso. Can you go home once or twice a month? Maybe, if you're willing to pay for that trip. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body. But if you're willing to do that, sacrifice. Okay. So, this is a federal contract. If you didn't know, you haven't been watching the news, the federal government has opened up the largest detention center in the United States in El Paso, Texas, housing 5,000 immigrants. Most likely will be deported. It's like a holding facility. They tried it in Florida with the alligator, I don't know, whatever. I think they shut that down. And so El Paso, Texas is going to be the hub. It's going to be on an Army base. It's on a military base, so you're going to need military clearance. There's a background check. But that's basically it. It's a federal contract, okay? It's a federal contract. The pros and cons to federal contracts, whenever the government shut down, you don't get paid. That doesn't happen often, but it does happen, okay? There's some pros and cons to that. Great benefits. You're going to get paid. So, but that's it, okay? So you're going to be providing therapy service, assessment services to those people who are being detained in El Paso, Texas at the largest facility. This facility has been open for about 2 months now, and they don't have enough mental health professionals around the El Paso area to service the population that's coming in. It's a large population. You see the raids that are happening all around the world, all around the country. The state of Texas has lots of raids that are happening, and they're shipping them to El Paso. It's close to the border, Juarez border, and so that's what's happening, okay? Plain and simple, that's what's happening. If you didn't know, I work with the immigration population. I'm wrapping up the video. I work with the immigration population. I am very passionate about servicing this community. And this is a great opportunity, possibly, for, I'm not sure if there's going to be referrals to immigration lawyers while I'm there. I don't know if there's going to be referrals for people to receive an evaluation, comprehensive immigration evaluation, Like, I don't know what type of opportunities can come out of this, but I do want to get the experience of the behind the scenes live experience of people being detained in these facilities. I do want to get that experience. And it would be a great opportunity for anybody who does immigration evaluations to gain this experience, to see firsthand how people are treated, because I don't know. It's just what's being shown on social media, seeing what's being seen on or heard on the news, but we don't really know what's happening in these detention centers besides the allegations. So I want to get that experience. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm interested in the position. Not too sure if I'll go because I've got a lot of things going on. I've got a lot going on, a lot. I'm building an application for my website to where it's an extension for those who are undocumented. I'm doing it myself. That's a huge commitment. Lots of code being wrote. I'm not used to writing code. Like, it's huge. I'm doing immigration evaluations again. That takes a little commitment. I've still got a private practice to run. I still have therapy clients. On top of that, I've got a 1099 position where I'm doing consulting work out here in New Jersey, well, up and down the East Coast. It's a lot. I'm doing a lot. So I wanted to share that opportunity with you all. There was something else that I wanted to mention, but I forgot. But I'm at 15 minutes, and I don't want to lose a bunch of you all. But this is a great opportunity if you're interested in it. Again, it's very, it's for a very specific candidate, and one who I recommend is single. If you are married, if you are in a committed relationship, again, you're willing to sacrifice the time apart, and you think that you and your partner can make that work, then okay. But I'm telling you, distance has broken up a lot of marriages. Distance has caused a lot of people to cheat. Distance has caused a lot of vulnerabilities, loneliness, isolation. Even though you're surrounded by lots of people, support, phone call, FaceTime, people still feel isolated. So it's not. I'm sorry. It's not for the weak. Needless to say. But okay, here's how we can. That's what I wanted to mention. Of course, I wanted to share my screen with you all so you can see where you can find this opportunity. Duh. Okay. So, I'm not too sure if that's going to work, but and that's myself. So basically, this is the opportunity. Loyal Source is the company out of, I think they're out of Florida. And Loyal Source, let me see if I can change how you guys see current application. Let me see. No. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I keep hitting that same thing, but I am. In current application, entire screen. Okay, so we're going to share this. So, Loyal Source has the contract. It is not Loyal Source is not stationed in El Paso, in Texas, West Texas, whatever. It's out of Florida, and I'm pretty sure this is one of Trump's friends, somebody who paid Donald Trump. It's giving him kickbacks. I'm not too sure, but it's out of Florida. Donald Trump has a lot of investments. The golf course, his home, one of his homes, like he's got real estate, he's got investments. He's got, so I'm pretty sure it's somebody that he knows out of, he's got a relationship with them. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. I don't have any facts. But they are out of Florida. Loyal Source, if you reach out to Loyal Source and apply on Indeed, that's where this is, Indeed. So if you apply, you'll get a phone call from somebody, a recruiter that's out of Florida. But the contract is in El Paso, Texas, on the military base in El Paso. I don't know what the name is. And so it's licensed clinical social workers, it's licensed professional counselors. Another thing that I wanted to mention, it's coming back to me, is that you don't have to be licensed in the state of Texas. You can be licensed anywhere in the United States as long as you are fully licensed, unrestricted. But this is the opportunity. So in Indeed, you can search El Paso, Texas. You can look for therapist position, whatever your licensed clinical social worker, licensed social. I'm not. I think they'll take a LMSW. That's if you are a master social worker, you may want to inquire about that. But licensed professional counselors and I believe LMFTs. So that's it, you all. This is the full-time position. You can go ahead and click on it and then apply, and it'll give you, wait, I can actually LPC or LCSW certification. But again, I would call and inquire if they are willing to accept LMSW. So just a heads up, they are extremely desperate to get people in because they cannot find enough master's level licensed mental health professional. They cannot get enough out of El Paso. There's not enough in the area. People already have jobs. They're not jumping on it. And so they need help. They need people. And they just don't have enough. So this is a 24/7, 365 operation. It'll tell you that. And they are, it's an opportunity for you to get different shifts. So there's night shifts may exist, but are generally not required, right? So, I mean, there's different roles that you can play. If you have an online business to where you've got clients during the daytime, maybe you want to work a night shift. Maybe you work 10 hours a night, take a nap, wake up, see 3 or 4 clients, go to sleep before your night shift. Like, there's an opportunity for you to really eat in this position. So, you guys, if this is something that you're interested, I highly recommend. And I don't know how to turn off I really don't know how to turn that off, guys. I'm sorry. Share my screen. I don't know how to do it. Ecamm Live. Oh my God. Yeah. But so yeah. I think that did it. But there's a real big opportunity for you all to eat. I'm sorry I'm in my nose on camera, but I always have bad allergies. But today is it's one of those bad days. So yeah, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll maybe put a link in the comments for you all to go straight to the opportunity. You can click on social worker or LPC. It doesn't really matter. Apply for the position. They'll reach out to you in a couple of days, maybe a week, or you can look them up and email them yourself and be a little bit more aggressive or assertive with the opportunity and connect with them. But that's basically the opportunity. I gave you the rundown. I don't get any benefit for sharing this with you all. It's just I feel like it's a great opportunity for that particular client, for that particular clinician who is fully licensed, unrestricted, who is single, and is ready to make the sacrifice necessary to prepare their career forward. This is $90,000. Think about the amount of money a single clinician who doesn't have a mortgage, who doesn't have rent to pay, think about what they can save. Think about what they can do if they really buckle down, focus, grind for a whole entire year. A lot of things that I have, if you watch some of my content, I didn't finish, but it's basically finished. A studio in my home. I've got a studio, a content studio that I built in my home. There's still a lot of things that I'm going to include in it, but for the most part, go watch my content and you will see I built a studio in my home. I bought a home. I bought a 4-bedroom home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot home, beautiful home in San Antonio, Texas, right next to, very close to my mom and dad. But for me to be able to get that, it's a very expensive home. For me to be able to get that, I made sacrifice. I made lots of sacrifices. And I've talked about in my podcast, if you haven't checked that out, Therapy Swagger Radio, I talk about for everything that we want to do, for everything that we want to accomplish, we have to be willing to sacrifice or give up something. It is what it is. Whether it's your peace, your time, your money, whatever the investment is, you have to do it. It's a sacrifice. And if this sacrifices is something, it's just too much, you can't do it, it's too risky, then it's not for you. This opportunity isn't for you, but this opportunity is for somebody. And I brought it to you, that particular somebody. We are in the helping profession. One of the things that I just get a kick out of, I love it, I enjoy it, and it makes me feel better, is helping other people. And a lot of the help that I give is to other clinicians. And so I hope that this will help that specific clinician and prepare their career, their life, whether it's therapy in their future, it's this profession in their future. I want to help that person. So that's all that I have for you all. Make sure that y'all tap in, subscribe to this channel. I know that the backdrop, I've got the popcorn ceiling going in the hotel with my headboard. Look, I've got a lot going on in the background. I know it. It's not the best of my content, but it's the value that I provided today. So if this helps you, I want you to put a comment. Even if it didn't help you and you think that this is a really, really, really great opportunity, I want you to talk to me. Put it in a comment. Let's have a conversation. This opportunity probably won't last for long, but they are aggressively hiring right now. Loyal Source is aggressively hiring right now. Jump on this opportunity if it sounds like it will, contribute to your life and your career.